So, gosh, we hope that you tuned into our episode 2, which was Mini Sage's Sloppy Joes. We're still on a learning curve, so bear with us, but people seem to enjoy it.
And we thank you. If you have been watching us, we thank you very much. Please like us, subscribe. We'd love to be able to keep on doing this for you.
We're just going to talk about a few things we have in mind, and then we'll return to a recipe the next time. One thing that we'd like to talk to you about this week is our luncheon that's coming up.
Yes, we have one next Thursday that we had raffled off at a benefit. We sold dinner to up to 8 people. And so the people that bought it are having a luncheon, the lady is, and then we're going to fix all the food.
Yeah. So we'll go to her house. She decided upon a luncheon for her book club. So we'll go to her home and take everything, and we'll have it basically prepared, won't we?
Well, yes, 90% of it.
So let's just talk about, just for the two of us, let's talk about the menu. The garage is filled with some Prosecco and some Sauvignon Blanc. I know the girls will enjoy that.
Yes, and they also have a little limoncello to even out the afternoon.
We're going to start with crab cakes on maybe a little bed of lettuce. Betty has an excellent crab cake recipe. And remoulade sauce to go on it. And so we'll serve a nice size crab cake to begin with. And then we're going to move on to
then I guess we'd call our main course,
entree,
right?
Yeah.
Entree is going to be a fillet and roasted tomatoes.
And a béarnaise sauce on the fillet. Yes.
We'll slice it thin,
right?
Drizzle it over,
Yes.
Circle the tomatoes around it.
Yes, and I think we'll have a good bread or a good roll, which will lead us into a story sometime. But yes, a nice piece of bread to go with it. And then Betty's going to make a signature dessert.
You have to tell the story now on the bread, because that is just, that's classic in our life.
And we all laugh about it. Many years ago, I guess it was in the late 80s, I took my elderly Aunt Helen Warner to Ireland. It was the one thing she'd wanted to do with her life. And so we went to Ireland for 10 days. It was great fun and a great challenge for me. And in Ireland, they don't serve anything but soda bread. So the soda bread comes to the table, and there is the soda bread. And at that point in my Aunt Helen's life, she had Graves' disease, so her eyes protruded a bit. And every lunch and dinner, she would look up at the waiter or waitress and say, "Don't you have any bread rolls?" So it's become quite a little joke in our whole family. So as I said, we would have a bread or a bread roll. Betty and I both think of our dear Aunt Helen. So then Betty is going to fix a great dessert she's done many times before, and she's done it for other charity dinners that we've done.
We're going to do a white chocolate mousse with raspberries.
And it's delicious, and I think it'll top this particular menu off very nicely. And then we'll give them a tiny bit of limoncello. And we'll slide on down the road, and they'll slide out of their chairs. When
they're done, yeah.
But it was very wonderful of Jill Behrens to purchase this. It supported our Christmas parade here and down at our Fire and Ice fundraiser. So that's going to be coming up this next week. So we're grocery shopping for that and preparing. And then we've had a few comments on about things that people would like to see. One of the things that we've talked about.
One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to show you how to spatchcock a chicken. Because I can't tell you how many people have asked us that.
Yeah, so, out of the gate we have to talk about. We had to talk about spatchcocking. So we'll spatchcock a chicken the next time.
We've giggled. It's a word that you have to learn to say politely and not say dirty. Spatchcock.
So, and we've also had a suggestion to do city chicken, which is an old favorite of my family's. My late husband Mark's grandmother in Seattle used to fix city chicken, which is skewered pork and veal. And back in the day, pork and veal were so much less expensive than chicken, so they made a mock drumstick, if you will. But I use cubes of veal and chicken, and we'll do that. It's a real crowd pleaser, and we used to make tons of it for tailgating at University of Michigan football games back in the day. But so that's one of the things already. Another one from my dear friend Dia Leonardi in Connecticut. She wants us to do a sugar steak. Now that was another old favorite of friends, like a 3 or 4 inch sirloin covered with sugar on both sides, put on the open grill flame, and of course catches fire, burns, you flip it over, it burns, but it's searing in the juices all the time.
Juices all the time, yeah.
And then you take it out and put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. So
And just let it bake at that point.
and then
I
it,
think I've had it.
the worst part is we always did it with a pin bone sirloin, and you can't get a pin bone. Well, here
Even
we
if
go.
you went to a-
Pin bone sirloin. I don't know if Colony Market, Hollywood Market at one point thought they might be able to get a pin bone.
We haven't even asked our own Alpine market.
I've asked Chris before,
Have you?
but no, because the beef comes into most of these markets all cut out.
Cut out.
They don't break sides of beef. But we're gonna try to do that. What about the cake we love so much?
The 5C cake.
5C's.
A friend of, we do that one too. A friend of Suzanne's made it. We learned from her, and that's a really good. It's a coconut cake, and we'll get into the menu of that one or the recipe of that when we do it. But that's
It's
a very
simple, delicious
good, very good, and it's a crowd pleaser.
Cake.
Another thing we're gonna do is I think we should do omelets.
Oh my gosh. Yes, of course, omelets.
We've been known as the omelet ladies as
We,
well.
before we became the Smith sisters.
We were the Smith sisters first, then became the omelet. Now we're back to.
We've taken our omelet act around town, and in fact, we're going to, we sold an omelet breakfast at a charity event.
Okay,
and
Suzanne, tell us about your company you're having tomorrow night for dinner and what you're
Well,
having.
I'm just having a dear friend, a couple of dear friends for dinner tomorrow night, just simple summer dinner.
And what are you having?
Well, I'm doing a basil balsamic chicken.
What's that?
Well, it's I'm beginning with boneless chicken thighs that I'm going to marinate in a balsamic sauce with a little balsamic vinegar, with a little mustard and garlic, Dijon mustard and garlic, and that'll set for a bit, and then I'll take it out of the marinade and saute the chicken thighs, and then add to that sliced baby zucchini and some cherry tomatoes, and I can't think what else. But
Basil, do you need it?
And
Got a
basil.
whole pot of basil.
So the basil will go nicely with the tomatoes and so I'm hoping it'll be a tasty thing, and I think I'll do some little baby roasted potatoes to go with it. And
What are you having for dessert?
well, I don't know, but my sister's offered to make me one of her very famous and fine pies, so I don't know if it's going to be lemon or coconut
I
cream.
think I'm going to do a coconut cream pie
Oh,
for
wow.
her.
She makes the
always
best. All right. Well, this has been kind of fun today, so
It has been.
we'll see what happens next, and I think you'll see us at our charity luncheon next time.
And come on back and visit.
Right.